July the 2nd, 2022. Guys, you're looking at a YouTube channel, and this is Joey, and the name of his website is Vegas D-Tech. He's been there a couple of years. Small channel, but it's growing rapidly because he's in the right place at the right time. I think for a couple of years he did things like metal detecting videos and all, but he's in Vegas, and you can see the remains of Lake Mead behind him here. I've been watching him a couple of days. He's got 7,042 subscribers, so guys, I want you to go there, if you will, and subscribe. And I'm not doing this just to promote his channel, but he's actually got the best on-the-ground footage that I've seen. We've seen Sin City Sports with the father and son in the fishing boat. We've seen a couple others, but Joey he's driving from place to place all around the lake, looking at the measurements of different boat ramps, which the last one on the entire lake you're looking at the remnants of, and it's about to be trapped into a ponding situation if they can't move some of this out in the background. Now, I don't want to steal his thunder. I want you to go there and watch this video and back up 3 or 4, because in the last several, he has been on Lake Mead, coming out of Vegas and looking at the difference in the two, comparison. And the information is about as good as you can get, because you're not going to get better than someone with a camera in their hand going through and looking at this information. And then he asked a lot of questions, and the comments are really good as far as learning information from a lot of people that live in that area. Now, what you're seeing is a disaster for Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam. Notice the title of this, and I watched it this afternoon. It says Lake Mead Marina Update, Hoover Dam Closed. Lake Mead Marina reports the latest update on current moves being made and what to expect in the next few weeks. And this is the part that I thought was important. Homeland Security checkpoint turned around him and the other cars, declaring Hoover Dam closed till further notice. If you read in the comments, and if you look at the video, I think it's probably a little halfway through, but as he's going through to turn into Hoover Dam, DHS officer stops a car and says there was a water leak problem or water pipe burst problem or something, and that it's closed until further notice. And Joey asked him, well, how long would that be? He said he doesn't know. And so what are we looking at here? We know that we're getting down to, I think there's 12 maybe total turbines that generated electricity, and 7 of them had been shut down at the last video. Or maybe there was, I think there was 12 and 7 shut down. But they're worried about what's called cavitation, where you don't get enough water in there, you start getting problems with all of these turbines. But what was interesting, and you can read the comments for yourself, and if you think about it, Lake Mead and Hoover Dam was built to sustain high pressure. They've had twice, I think, to let out water through the side gates because it was getting so full. But that pressure in the way that dam is built is what keeps it intact. You know, it's like a U-shaped, and the water's on the top side of the U. But when this thing dries down, they say they're thinking that once that pressure is relieved from the structure, not only will some drying take effect, but without the pressure, it may not hold intact. So, with that being said, why was DHS stopping them talking about a water pipe bursting or he said shutting the water off. And then someone in the comments said that on the DHS website, it mentioned about Hoover Dam and being some type of water main or water leak or something bursting. Now, either that's a cover, or what we're seeing is some shifting in the dam. That's how you break water pipes, like in an earthquake, if you understand what I'm saying. But again, go there. He's got the information. He's talking to people there. He's filming everything, and give him a big thumbs up. Subscribe to his channel and promote him, because it's not a large channel, but if you notice, he's getting really good hits. So give him some more subscribers. But if you want to know so far what I've seen, you've got a couple of them: Sin City Sports, but Joey, He's not riding in a boat. He's driving around the lake to the different locations and looking at the different water levels. So I think between the 2 or 3 that we have that are there, we can get a pretty good roundup of the information. But again, Vegas D-Tech, I will put a link below in this video. This one is Lake Mead Marina Update, Hoover Dam closed by Department of Homeland Security. And before I go, one other video that he put up on June the 30th, and it says Lake Mead 60-day deadline by Department of Reclamation to restore water levels. They're talking about, I think Lake Powell may be included in that. You guys from that area may know and let us know in the comments. But so what we saw was that as Lake Mead got down to 143 that we reported in the last video, it started to stabilize, and you have an outtake of Lake Mead and an intake. The intake comes from upriver, of course, and I think they were letting a little more water out of Lake Powell possibly to stabilize this order by the Department of Reclamation. Now, when you're dealing with something like this, I don't know how anyone's going to follow that order for very long. I mean, you can let water out of one to fill the other one up. You don't have any snow melt this time of the year or anything like that, and it's very dry. So I don't know how that is going to work out. But guys, there's some very dark and deep things that are going on right now. This is the Lord. He's going into Vegas just to show you that some of the golf courses and the in-city lakes are all full. Some of them are groundwater, some of them are fed from Lake Mead. And he's showing what a drastic change from the apocalyptic scenes from the lake that you're going to see in these videos. I promise you, to the people that live here 10 miles away that really have no idea because they're living in plenty of water, things like that. That reality is going to come home very quickly because the expansion in Vegas, as far as housing and subdivisions and things like that, because of greed, have continued to expand, and they're expanding to this day. But there's reports coming out now that the housing bubble is about to completely burst because of this very thing. Right now, there's not a market for the houses being built, not just here, but all over the nation. So again, we got a banking situation, a bail-in situation, and you'll own nothing and be happy situation. And that has everything to do with people not being able to afford their mortgages. And if they can, or if their property's paid for, the taxes will increase until you can't afford that, to where you will own nothing. That's the plan. But again, go to Joey's channel, Vegas D-Tech, on YouTube. We're watching it. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.